Hello everyone, welcome back to my cleaning channel, Cleaning with Carrie. In today's video, I'm going to share with you some speed cleaning motivation. We are going to be pressure washing the living room rug, the rug for the back door. I'm going to be bathing the dogs, getting some sweeping and mopping done, and some other just random cleaning. So I hope you enjoyed today's video, and I hope it brings you lots of motivation to get your house cleaned up before the weekend starts. Alright, we're jumping right into today's video by cleaning the living room rug. So this rug I purchased from Lowe's. It was on sale and it has been the best living room rug I've had so far. It's so easy to clean. It doesn't wrinkle or get all messed up when I pressure wash it, and I love that. And I'm just using my Draft Tools pressure washer right here. And what I do is I spray it down, get it all wet, and then I will take my Hoover pet cleaner solution, spray the rug down, let that sit for a few minutes, and then come back in and pressure wash it for the second time. And that gets all the odors out of it, gets all the stains, and it works really well. And I'll leave that solution linked down below. By the way, this pressure washer was gifted to me by Draft Tools in a recent sponsorship I did on my main channel. In case you are interested, I will link that video below so you can see a little review on it. And in that video, I did some landscaping. You can see a little bit right there in the background. I planted some new plants, and I also just finished up the part 2 of the front porch makeover. And you guys, it turned out so pretty, and I will be sharing that on Sunday on my main channel. My main channel is called Lynn, and it is always linked below in case you want to follow me there. But yeah, I'm just pressure washing this clean. You can see it really wasn't too bad, but I like to keep up with it, especially since I do have 3 dogs in the house. Things can get hairy and dirty pretty quickly, so I like to clean quite a bit. And see, this is the little solution I'm using. I just use a little attachment to the pressure washer and then spray it on and then rinse it off, and everything comes really, really clean. This rug, though, is from Walmart. This one's really cheap, too. It's like $12.99, and it's one of my favorite rugs for the back door because it hides stains so well. I highly recommend this one. This one has a little bit of a blue tint to it, but the ones I usually purchase are black and tan, but I don't mind the blue, actually. I think it looks really pretty in the house, so yeah, it's just a little bit different from the ones I typically buy, but it's still the same brand, same shape and pattern and all that.
I've seen those faces, I've heard all the lies, but you ain't gazing on someone in denial. 'Cause you want dollar bills right now, but you gotta work real hard. I know you want it to be easy, so let your guard down. And I say,
Alright, so this was actually the next morning. I'm doing a little bit of cleanup because I did not clean the night before. We actually had a baseball practice, and it's kind of late, so it takes, a lot out of me. By the end of the day, I'm done. Like, I just need a shower in bed. And then the bedtime routine takes a while. It's just life. But anyway, I had to get the dishes unloaded and then the dishes put into the dishwasher. But let me tell you, watching your kids play sports is probably one of the most rewarding things as a parent. Not even sports, just learning new skills in general. It's the cutest thing ever. I'm telling you, I laugh so hard, and just seeing them out on the field, or just anything for that matter. They could be playing in the yard, and just witnessing how cute they are is just, and the funny things they say and they do. And it's not just my kids, it's all of the kids at that age are just funny, and it cracks me up. I had a really good time last night. I love watching my kids play sports. It's something I've looked forward to since I became a mom, and don't get me wrong, it's exhausting and it's busy, but I love every second of it.
You had great patience, but something knocked you out. You felt your limitations and filled your mind with doubt. You wanna stay chill right now and don't let your eyes off the prize. I know you want it to be easy, so let your guard down. And I said, see it in your mind, trust that have what it takes inside, 'cause you can make it too. If not says who, yeah, you can make it too. If not says who.
All right, to clean off the table and the countertops today, I'm just using some hot soapy water. I actually had a few like little syrup marks on the table that I needed to get up, and that is the best way to get up syrup, is just with hot water. So I cleaned the table. I'm also going to wipe down this little console table that's behind my couch. If you're ever curious, inside of this cabinet, I've shared this before, but I keep all the kids' school supply stuff in here. So their school clothes, school shoes, socks, name tags, stuff like that. And it makes mornings so easy. So easy for us because we're not like scrambling to find everything. So if you're a mom of little ones, I highly recommend having a designated space just for school stuff. Now I'm going to move outside and I'm going to bathe the dogs. So sometimes I will bathe them in the shower and sometimes I'll bathe them outside. I prefer bathing them out here. Number one, it's easier to clean up, and the water pressure from the hose is so much better than our front shower. So I can rinse them a lot faster and it makes it go by much easier for me. So I use Dawn dish soap to bathe our dogs, and that's usually all, or I'll use like baby soap. So I don't use dog shampoo. Y'all, I have heard horrible things about dog shampoo, so I just prefer to use what I know is safe, baby shampoo and Dawn, and I know that works for us. So I scrub them down really good, rinse them off, and that is it. And for Honey, she is a black lab and pit mix, if you can't tell. But her hair is super thick. So when I scrub her, I put a lot of soap to make sure that I lather her really good. She smells the worst out of all of our dogs. I think it's just her breed and her age. She will be 10, next month. So she's looking good though. She's a pretty old girl. I love her a lot. She's just getting older, and I know y'all always ask where she's at, but a lot of times she likes to stay in her beds, but she's a good girl, and I always feel like I have to explain myself why Zoe follows me, but Zoe's just young. She's just a puppy, and she's got a puppy mentality. Honey, on the other hand, and Little, they're just older, and they just have different personalities, but I love all of my dogs. I just want to make that very, very clear. But after getting Honey done, she likes to be cleaned off with the blower, or, dried off with the blower. So I get the blower out and I spray her down. She loves this. Anytime I'm cleaning off the porch, she always comes up and likes for me to spray her down. You can see her little tail wagging. So this is not torture. I only do it to her. I do not do this with Zoe because Zoe hates it.
Sick and tired of the 9 to 5 in the city light. Hey, darling, we could get out of town, see the beautiful world around, wanna see it now. Pack our bags and get in that car, leave a little note and we'll drive real far. Let's get out, we can leave this city. Let's drive to the open air. Yeah, the countryside is so pretty, with the wind blowing in your hair. We can look back someday. Baby, don't you understand that we only get one life? I wanna make it count, honey. Come on now and take my hand. Hey, darling, I love it when it's me and you on the road with a couple of tunes in a car for two. Hey, darling,
Would you stop? Can I dry you off? You act like you're dying. Alright, after getting them dried off a little bit, I came inside and wiped out the kennel, and I also cleaned behind the kennel. I should have filmed. I don't know why I didn't. I guess I was on a roll and I just didn't. But it was super full of hair. Dog hair is so bad behind the kennel because my dog Honey, the black lab pit mix, she loves to lay in her kennel. It is always unlocked, but she lays in there all the time, and she'll like rub her body up against the kennel to like scratch her back, and it'll make her hair fall out behind it and stuff. So that has to be vacuumed at least once a week because it gets so bad. But anyway, I got all that done. And then I bring them in and I let them lay in the kennel until they're fully dry, because if I don't, then they end up jumping on the furniture and then everything smells like wet dog. So they go into their kennel, and while they're in there, I'm going to finish sweeping and mopping the floors.
Still got your pearls hanging by my bedside. Still got your lips on paper in a trash now.
Alright, so I'm sweeping today because all the rugs are up except for 2, and I wanted to get a really good clean. So I wanted to reach up underneath this little cabinet right here. I wanted to hit some of the dust bunnies that were up in the corner of the ceiling, and the baseboards and things like that. And I feel like I can do a better job with a broom getting all that stuff versus with the vacuum. You know, I feel like I'm kind of just spraying more stuff up onto the baseboards, if that makes sense. So I'm just going to sweep up 2 piles. You'll notice I make 2 piles, and then I grab my vacuum, and then I use the vacuum to suck up all of the stuff. And that is because my dustpan is broken, and no matter how hard I try, the little rubber piece that comes with it is gone, so I cannot get everything up. So it's just easier to vacuum it up. And then when I pulled out the vacuum, I decided, you know what, I might as well clean the track to the back sliding glass door, because with all the in and out traffic, that gets really dirty fast. So I'm going to clean that out. I didn't do the best job, to be honest. I just did like a rough clean, so don't judge me on that. It wasn't perfect. But I just used an old t-shirt I was actually about to throw away because it has really bad stains on it. So I just, you know, got all of the stuff up that I could with the vacuum, took that t-shirt, kind of rubbed back and forth to loosen up all that dirt and grime, vacuum it again. Like I said, I could have cleaned it a little bit better, but I only had about 30 more minutes before I had to go pick up my kids from school. So at this point, I was hustling.
Could be so sweet, I never knew it would sting. I never knew love like this would leave me in pieces. Oh, Emily, when did you fall right out of love? Oh, Emily, when did the magic stop for us? Oh, but Emily, you are the part of me I feel. It will kill me when you leave and close my door. Oh, Emily.
To mop the floors, I'm using my O-Cedar mop, a drop of bleach, the hottest water I could get out of the faucet, and 2 drops of Dawn dish soap from my little soap dispenser, and it cleaned the floors perfectly. Everything is nice and fresh and clean. Also, the bleach was, I have like really concentrated bleach, by the way. I literally pour like a tiny bit. Plus, I have a very strong sense of smell, so if I put too much, we won't sleep here tonight. Like, that's how like bad the scents will get to me. I think it's in my head. At this point, I feel like I can smell things just because I think I can smell them. It's really odd. But anyway, I'm going to finish up mopping the rest of the house, get everything all done. I had to stop and take a water break because I was getting winded. Like I said just a minute ago, I was kind of in a hurry. I only had about 20 minutes before I had to leave, so I wanted to get the floor mopped before I left. That way it could dry while I was gone. So that's why I'm kind of speeding through this.
I'm on the train headed back to Indiana. The rain is forming into rivers outside, writing down all the things that I miss. And in the letters as you take form. No, I won't go back tonight with the habits of the restless me. I'm leaving all that stuff.
In my last video, a lot of you saw that I poured my mop water down the kitchen sink, and y'all suggested not doing that and pouring it down the toilet instead or outside. So I poured it down the toilet instead. I definitely listen to you guys. I always appreciate when y'all give me suggestions and stuff. I used to pour it down the toilet. I don't know what happened that day. I just happened to pour it down the sink. But thank you guys for catching that and reminding me that that's not good. So I dumped out the mop water, and now I'm just filling up this soap dispenser that I recently got from Amazon. This is an amber colored glass soap dispenser. It came in a pack of 2. It was pretty affordable, so I'll link it below if you're interested. They are beautiful. Like I said, this one is glass, so if you want a plastic one, make sure you read, the description and everything like that. So switch that out, and I love the way that looks better. But now I'm just going to show you guys an overview of the living space, and then I'm going to share with you a few bloopers. But thank you guys for watching. I hope you have an amazing weekend with your family and friends, and I will see you all in my next one. Bye, y'all.
Shoot! I almost just fell.
Good. Come into shape.
Oh. Oh my goodness! Wow, little dad. Ooh, baby. Hey.
Oh my god, this thing is so heavy.